It looks like there's a big furore around Liverpool fans booing the national anthem. The first thing I'd like to say is that it's a democracy, so people can do what they like. The second thing I'd like to say is that if you've lived in the northwest of England, especially, and you lived in the 1980s and the 1990s, you'll see that a lot of places went under a managed decline, and Liverpool is definitely one of them. Now, I support Manchester United, but I defend the fans of Liverpool's right to boo the national anthem because quite a lot of people in the UK don't really feel British. They don't really feel part of it because in the 80s, when the Thatcher government was smashing our communities, where were these people? They were all getting rich in the city of London. So a lot of people in the north of England, they're not really pro-monarchy. They don't really feel part of the country. They feel part of Manchester, Liverpool, whatever. They feel part of their area. And this has been engendered by the London-centric media, by the government that's very London-centric. And, you can look at it, it's just a statistical fact. So if people want to boo the national anthem, like, do you want everybody to just obey and comply with what the government says and nationalism and obey and comply with the royal family? Like, why should people? When Hillsborough happened, the whole of it was a state. The whole of the state turned against what happened. It wasn't just like one or two MPs or the police. It was the police. It was the deep state, and that came from London. And I know for a fact that if you have a bit of an accent in London, people laugh at you because that's basically what they think. They think, oh, like, Northern Obes. So a lot of people I know would prefer this country to be a republic. A lot of people I know don't feel British. A lot of people I know feel like the royal family, the Conservative Party, the institutions in London have got nothing to do with their lives. All they've done is brought bad news after bad news. They attacked unions. They decimated traditional industries that are in this country, and nobody did anything. Everybody stood by and watched that happen. So, you know, I think that good. Like, also, as I said at the start, this is a democracy. You may want to worship the Queen and be nationalistic and sing "God Save the Queen." Other people don't. Don't get on your high horse. But it's basically rammed down your throat. It's rammed down your throat. This nationalistic guff, and it is a nationalistic guff that is there to indoctrinate us and to ram it down our throat that we should love this country. Like, you can love this country and be critical of the institutions, like the royal family, for example. Let's just go into the last 5 years. The type of behaviour. Do you think that's a good institution? Do you think would you want your children to follow the royal family's example? You wouldn't. They are basically entitled fuckers. They're entitled and they do nothing. They sit on their ass and they make a lot of money from us, the plebs. So why should people comply? And as I say, I support Man United. I'm from Manchester. I do not like Liverpool at all. But they're right about this. And you see, people are so, like, people talk about woke, like, oh, so the left are woke, but like the right wing are woke. You people are woke because you can't take it, because you don't want to have a discussion about the institutions in this country and you don't like any criticism. So you think everyone should obey and comply with the national anthem. Why should we? Some of us don't believe it. Some of us think it's bullshit. Some of us didn't agree with the war in Iraq. Some of us didn't agree with the war in Afghanistan. Some of us don't want to be part of NATO. Some of us don't believe that we want to have a relationship with Saudi Arabia. Some of us don't want the royal family making arms deals indirectly with Saudi Arabia and Qatar. Some of us don't want that. We want a different thing. So we're not proud of these institutions, So Liverpool fans, well done. Keep doing it. And these fuckers can't take it. So what?